Right guys, so I'm down at the bike. Today I'm going to put back on the swinging arm and the shock, and I'm going to put the back wheel on temporary. I nearly bought some tyres yesterday, but I thought, what's the point in buying tyres now for the bike still to be stood for another 3 months? So I might as well buy some brand new tyres in 3 months time, haven't I? So anyway, so I need to get everything out, start putting it back in here and start putting this back together. So that's what I'm going to do today, hopefully. So by the end of today, the swinging arm and the wheel will be back on. Then I can concentrate on the front end, change it, and I can also change the sprocket, the front sprocket, and I can start buying the clutch plates, because the clutch needs doing, as does the stator and the rectifier. So there's still loads of more work to do, but anyway. Right, so I'll get all the stuff out and I'll start putting the swinging arm back in. Right, so on this model, this is a 2000 model. I don't know if it's different for other models, but there's like a spacer with square edges. And if you look on the inside of the frame, you probably can't see that, but there's like a flat surface there on the inside of the frame. Obviously that spacer sits on that flat bit, and once that's on there, then I can put in the swing arm bolt. So I'll get the bolt in and then I'll show you again. Right, that's one bolt in, the bolt. So what I did was, I put the swing arm bolt through, screwed it in until the end of the bolt was flush with the end of the frame, and then I started screwing that on, and then I could feel that went to the end of the bolt, and then it carried on turning a bit more until that locked up. And then I just tightened that one up. Now I haven't torqued these, I need to torque these up, but that's, the swing arm's proper free now, and there is no side to side movement. I can't twist it any other way. The only way I can twist it is that way, which is good. So I shall now get the shock on, the linkage and the shock, and then the wheel. So 2 seconds. Right, so I've propped up the swinging arm now on a little seat, and I've fastened the dog bones onto the underside of the swinging arm, and I'm going to put the knuckle on the frame. Now you'll notice the knuckle, there's a thin end and a thick end. Obviously the thick end goes into the frame and the thin end is for the shock. So I'll put that on now. Right, so I've now got the shock on, and all the linkages tightened up, although they're not torqued up. So this bracket thing at the top, the bracket, that there is sort of like a funny shape, and when I tried to put it in the other way around, the bolts were right up against the frame. You can't really see, can you? Sorry about that, but that bolt was right up against the frame. So I took the shock back off, turned the bracket round 180 degrees, and now that's a lot better. So I do need to double check to see if that's on, because the centre of the shock, you can see how it is there, but all the gaps at the side of the shock look okay, and everything looks lined up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the wheel on, and once I get the wheel on, we'll roll it outside and see what it looks like. Right, so we've got the wheel back on. So what I'm going to do now is get it off that stand and we'll wheel it outside. one bike out. So them stands, yep, I'm over the moon with them. They served exactly what I wanted them to do, because now we have got the rebuilt shock back on the bike, and we've got the wheel with new wheel bearings on, in should I say, and a little bit of a coat of paint, not brilliant, but it's okay. So yeah, like I say, everything needs tightening down properly. So I've only hand tightened stuff, but it's a lot cleaner down there. And like I say, the main purpose of this was to redo the wheel bearings and get the shock absorber reconditioned, which it is done. So I'm well over the moon with that as well. It looks like I've put everything back together properly, so I'm hoping so. So what I need to do is obviously just double check the manual, but I'm 100% sure that it's back on how it should be. Like I say, the shock is in the centre of the swinging arm, stuff like that. Even though the shock's to one side of the frame, just slightly off centre intake the shock, the mounting. So yeah, so the next time the wheel comes out will be because I'm putting a new tyre on it, but I can just use the paddock stand for that. So right, so that's it, guys. So the next job as well is the front end off, so we'll have to wait and see, won't we? And the calipers, because look at them calipers. These are my calipers what are on, and I've obviously done up the other calipers at home. So, oh yeah, I need to get this oil cooler off as well. So there's still a lot to do, but we're getting there slowly. So it's hopefully looking back like being a bike again. 2 wheels and an engine and a frame.